Yo, good morning, guys. Good morning. Rob's the early bird. Early bird gets the worm. Rob beat everybody today. Rob was in here messaging 3 minutes before the live. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. What's up, Cigar and Games? Happy Sunday. This is the first Sunday after Easter aftermath. Now everybody's focused on a fucking eclipse that's happening tomorrow. So, it's kind of like the Austin Powers, where you distract them with something else. What's up, Jeff? Seen you already had a cigar and some coffee, but you did not have your traditional Sunday coffee mug in the photo. You had Dunbarton, if I remember right, which is what I'm actually smoking today. Smoking the blue today, thanks to my boy George, who I guess you could say sponsored this stream today, because he blew my mailbox up and this was in it. So this is what we're smoking today. How's everybody doing today? How was your Easter Sunday after we got off this stream? Did you get to relax? And I know I'm bouncing around subjects, but there's a lot on my mind. I got a lot to do. This won't be a super, super long one. This will probably only run an hour today. I got a lot going on. But next week is Masters Week. It's the greatest time of golf. I'm wearing my Golf Father shirt today. It is Masters Week for you people that love golf. Even for you people that don't love golf, most of them watch the Masters because it's the Super Bowl of golf, man. The Masters it's it. Very nice, Dirty. This is the first time I've ever had the blue. Had the regular, but I've never had the blue. So I'm that far into the cigar, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this already. I can tell you this is a great cigar. I like this. I like it a lot. Exactly. I realized, I go, you know what? I could put a banner on here, and I've never done it. So I was like, let me just do this, and I don't have to every time just say it. Just bam, read it. Holy shit, Keith is up early, guys. Everybody, standing ovation, round of applause. Keith actually at the beginning of the stream this morning. Wow. Good morning, Keith. Thank you for catching us at the beginning of the stream, Mr. West Coast. Hell yeah. Oh shit, Spencer, where's you and the wife been, man? I ain't seen you guys in like 3 freaking weeks. Where the hell y'all been, man? What's up with all this? Where y'all been? How dare y'all leave me? I know you're here this week, but where the hell y'all been? You've left me alone with Jeff and Rob and George. You can't leave me alone with those people. Oh, you've been keeping me occupied. All right, I get it. It's spring cleaning. It's grass. It's plant flowers. It's the honeydew list. I get that. My wife's had short lists for me. Yeah, Rob, you definitely need an adult. Rob, I know you're big in the music world. Did you see Colt Ford had a heart attack after his show the other night? I know you're a big music guy, but that's pretty crazy, man. He's in ICU. I will definitely smoke another cigar sometime after this stream today, so don't feel bad, Cigars and Games. Get that second one in. I wish I was on a second one already. I slept in today, man. I didn't roll my happy ass out till 9 a.m. my time. And then my kid actually cooked me and the wife eggs this morning, so I didn't have to worry about the breakfast before I smoked. And then this evening, we got WrestleMania. Final night of WrestleMania. I watched WrestleMania last night. Have not watched wrestling in probably 5 years on TV, and I thoroughly enjoyed it last night. Not going to lie. I loved it. I had fun. Yeah, man, he got off the stage, and I guess he made it to his tour bus, and he had a heart attack, and they had to rush him to a hospital, and then they had to move him to another hospital, and They say he's stable now, and he's in but he's in ICU. And me and the wife met Colt Ford 5 or 6 years ago at our one of our conventions. He was the actual entertainment they hired, and he did a private show for us, and he mingled, and we got to meet him and take pictures with after the show. Super nice guy. Super nice guy, man. It was like you've known him your whole life when you sit there and talk to him. So I hope he can pull through it. But yep, definitely. He's hanging in there. That is a great cigar to fire up, Jeff. That is one of my loves right now. The Cryptid and the Blackfoot for them. That's my favorite two Big Sky right now. It surpassed all the previous Big Skies that I love. Yeah, great guy. I'm with you, Rob. Like I said, he sat there, took pictures. We were in California, and they set up this just pop up concert for us in the middle of the damn desert, no trees, nothing, at night. And then this fucking windstorm kicked up, man, and it was blowing dust all over the food, all over the stage. You had to put shit over your face. It was crazy, but he still put on a hell of a concert and took the time to stick around. Yeah, that's their newest one too. Dirty. It's super good. It's a black and silver label on it. It's the fifth of their River series. It's a great cigar. I put it right up there with the Cryptid, man. I'm telling you, it's my favorite two cigars right now. Well, Spence, Manager, glad to have you guys back. I went antiquing. I went out of town antiquing with the wife yesterday because we like to do that because I'm old, I guess, and I'm in the antiquing realm. So I did scoop up some old Ninja Turtles from back in the day. I think I come home with about 10 loose Ninja Turtle figures, two badass new antique cigar ashtrays to the collection. And if you guys, it's on my Instagram. I did post them in Discord yesterday, but one of the antique stands, and then a brass, actual smaller tabletop cigar ashtray. Gorgeous pieces. So we had a good day. Wife found a lot of stuff, a couple mirrors, photos. So it was a great day of antiquing. We were about a 2-hour drive, and then of course me and the kid had to hit the Target in their town because we were looking for some new Ninja Turtle toys. So we hit Target, got a few other things. Yes, sir, Rob. The Blackfoot, 100% great cigar. They alternate for me. One day I will smoke a Cryptid and I will say the Cryptid's better. Next day I'll smoke a Blackfoot and I'm like, holy shit, this Blackfoot, I think I like it more than the Cryptid right now. So I bounce around. Cryptid may be number one, Blackfoot may be number one, but they're that close. They're both that good. Yeah, I'm always looking. The wife's looking for stuff for the house and the outdoor kitchen and the man cave part. I let her decorate. But I'm always looking for tobacco memorabilia, old tobacco stuff. You guys seen a couple old antique pipe racks. I'm constantly, if I find a damn any standing cigar ashtray, I buy them up always. I love those antique cigar ashtrays. No, Spencer, you don't have to apologize to me at all, man. I'm glad you're okay. I need no apology. You're all adults. You have real life shit that pops up. I'm just picking on you for not being here, and I'm glad to see you back. My main concern was something would be wrong with either one of y'all, but glad to see you back. Fuck yeah, pinkies up, bitch. Man, I can't even get my pinky up. I'm so old. Pinkies up. You don't like antiquing, Dirty? I mean, you're like 78 fucking years old. You don't like antiquing? I love antiquing because I've always been a collector of some sort. So I always have appreciated the older stuff, even women, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm at the age where I don't like my women older than me now. When I was younger, I didn't mind them a little older. Yeah, I have seen a couple of cool pipes. I haven't actually bought any of the antique pipe shit. I always get stuck buying the pipe racks with the antique humidor jars on them. That's the ones I like. Yeah, no problem, Spencer. Like I said, no apologies needed. Just glad you're okay and you're back in here. Now we just need George and the regular crews back together. But yeah, I love it, man. I think we hit 4 different antique shops yesterday, a Target, and a comic book shop. And believe it or not, I and my kid, me and my kid, me and I and him, walked out of a comic book shop with nothing yesterday. Comic book shop, uh, which granted, this comic book shop don't have a lot of action figures, but we hit it every time we're in that town. They're more strictly, it's a lot of comics and Funkos, and they have the occasional PVC statues. But yeah, we walked out of a comic book shop with nothing. Oh, very nice, Rob. Your daughter's into comics, Rob? What kind of comics she reads, man? I'm like deep into comics. I think the last count my app said about 8,000 comics. I get the weekly new ones. I have a pull list set up for Midtown. I get my weekly new comics, and then of course I go out there and look for the rare stuff still. And my favorite thing is buying whole collections off of people that have put them on Facebook or I find locally. I'll buy a whole collection, sight unseen. I won't even open the box. I'll flip through to kind of see the age of the comics, and I'll tell them a price. And the most fun I ever have is when I bring all those boxes home and I sit and actually dig through to see what's in the box. Ah, very nice, Rob. Well, what do you like, man? What are you into comic wise? Yeah, Brutus, you knocked. Yeah, that's perfect. That's the best summary of it. When you're a collector, because you're a collector too, and you know the struggle's real. I got some old Spideys, man. I got some first run Spideys. I got a lot of the old. I got the first Rhino, the first Doctor Octa. I got Spidey and She Hulk are probably my two favorite Marvel people. I'm a She Hulk. More of a DC guy, but when it comes to Marvel, I'm the She Hulk collector. Any action figures, old toys, comics, anything with She Hulk on it, I buy. I'm a She Hulk fan. I was so happy when the TV show came out. X-Men cartoon when I was a kid was a jam. The Spider-Man original cartoon when I was a kid was my jam. But yeah, man, I got first runs. I got the original Amazing Spider-Man. I got a lot of those earlier issues. Yeah, I've lucked up. I bought some good collections off of people. I need to get a lot of them graded. The only one I got graded was my Rhino because I love the cover of that. I had the first appearance of the Punisher, the Spider-Man 127, I think it is, and I actually sold it. I kicked myself in the ass now because that was one of my holy grails to get first appearance of Punisher, and I end up selling it. I have not watched 97 yet, but everybody that's watched it loves it, so I will be watching it for sure. And I'm super excited because supposedly Netflix is going to remake the original Ghostbusters cartoons from the 80s when we were kids. So I cannot wait to see that. I love the She-Hulk show, Dirty. And you would have to really know the comics and know that's her character. Most people I talk to that have not read She-Hulk, they hated the show. Everybody I know that's read She-Hulk loved the show because that was a perfect version of She-Hulk. That is how she is in the books, and it was amazing to see. Very nice, Brutus. Yeah, man, it's my oldest comics. Probably go back. I have some from the 40s. I love it, man. I love digging through the old boxes, giving somebody a couple $100 for a few long boxes, and then dig through them when I get home. I used to be lucky enough to get that about once a year. I would look up, but it's been probably about 2 years since I've bought a collection off somebody. So I need to put some fillers out. And I have my Kingpin comic shirt on today. My brand. George, what's up, man? Spencer, I wish I would have collected comics as a kid. I collect basketball cards and baseball cards as a kid, which I still have them all, but I wish I would have gotten comics earlier. Comic art always drew me in. I loved comic art. So I did not start collecting comic books until about 15 years ago. So if I would have been collecting a long time, I would definitely be killing it right now. But we go to a few cons a year and stuff. So I love the hunt. It's all about the hunt. George, good seeing you, brother, and thank you for basically sponsoring the stream today, George. I am smoking a cigar you sent me, brother, and I am loving it, man. This is the first time I've had the blue, believe it or not, because I don't buy a lot of Saka stuff. But everything I smoke from Saka is great. I never find myself actually purchasing it myself, you know. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That was like my toys, Rob. We didn't take care of nothing as kids. I mean, I still have all my toys. I had the mindset to keep like all my original Ninja Turtles stuff in boxes, but they were played with, man. We were not taught to keep things in boxes. Now, my son, now being 11 years old, I've taught him the importance of collecting. So he will keep some in box, and then there's some he picks to open, but he is learning to keep the more valuable ones in boxes for later down the road if you ever want to sell it. Yeah, George, I agree, man. Immediately when I lit this thing up, I was like, okay, this is a good cigar. I wasn't even a fourth in it yet, and I already knew this was a good cigar. Well, yeah, yep, this is a beauty. I buy two, Rob. I'm not buying two for me and two for the kid, but most things I buy two of, and it's either if it's one I want to open, I buy two. But if it's something rare that I want that I'm not going to open, I buy the second one and I hold it 6 months to a year, and then I put it on YouTube, eBay. So there's numerous times I buy two of something. Definitely, if I know I'm opening it, it's two. If I know I'm opening it and I'm not selling it, it's two. And if I'm not going to sell it and it's going to be valuable, it's two. So, but yeah, the it's like cigars, man. You got to try a cigar twice. So with collectibles, I buy two. George, how you doing this morning, man? How did the ham turn off? I seen one on Smoking the other day. A new the is that the Dojo one you're talking about, Dirty? Because I thought about buying a box of that one because the description sounded very very good to me. Oh, very nice, Spencer. Those are valuable, man. I looked up 5 years ago, and I had a lady reach out to me and she said, "Hey, I had a friend that collected Star Wars. We know nothing about it, and we want to sell some of it." And I said, "Well, how much is it?" She goes, "Well, it was a storage bin they had, but we've canceled the storage and we brought it all to our house." So I go out, I go look at her house. They had all the like Franklin Mint collector plates, Star Wars. They had the Millennium Falcon, all the toys, and I gave the lady $150 for the whole set of toys, and it was the original 1979 Kenner action figures. She even had the rare saber tooth, which only collectors know this, but there was a rare saber tooth action figure with a blue suit on. So they basically put him out as a Sears exclusive, never in a package, never in a box. So it didn't matter that he was open. So that one figure would go for like $800 sometimes because they printed him in the wrong color. The movie come out, he was a different color, but the only way you can get it was Sears. So I bought the whole collection, $150. I quit looking. I get home, man, and it is so much stuff in there. I sold all the plates, doubled my money. I kept the action figures for a while. Still have them. It was the '94 release of the Millennium Falcon. I have the original '79 Millennium Falcon on display. It was the big AT-ATs. It was everything. One of the best finds I ever did for $150. They just wanted to get rid of it. It was taking room in their house. I ended up selling the action figures. I don't know. It was like $2,000 a couple years later. It's crazy, man. I wish I could hit one or two of those a year. It was even the big carry case. You had the Darth Vader heads that carried the action figures. There was a Darth Vader. They're about this big. C3PO. I gave the kid the C3PO. I kept the Darth Vader, but it was cool to see, man. Yep, they had everything pretty much but the Wookiee tree. I wish they would have had the Wookiee tree, but I bought everything off of them, and they were happy. Uh, hang on, I'll show you. Uh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Sabretooth. It was God dang. My mind's ever 100 different ways this morning. It was Snaggletooth. I'm sorry. Snaggletooth, not Sabretooth. No, it was Snaggletooth. So I don't know how good you could see it, but this is him. That's the Sears exclusive. So he come in a blue suit. It won't focus. So, and he was never sold in a pack. So it didn't hurt his value at all being open. But yeah, it was Snaggletooth. He's the blue version. He came out in 1978. They released him before Star Wars ever came out, and he was the wrong color suit. So right now, him by himself, it looks like this one just sold for $700 on eBay. Yeah, he had the Chewie, man. They pretty much had all the original run of the '79. They had all their weapons, but they were all open, so they were all played with. It was probably this guy's original collection. I did. Yeah, I thought about it, but it's always the same coffee right now, man. It's the Snickers coffee, but I'll do that next time for sure. I also hit up and I bought a bunch of comics. A girl told me she dropped some comics and movie posters off at our local Goodwill. I ran to Goodwill and bought everything. Uh, I hit some good comics out of it, but the money makers in there was original movie posters. So there was an original uh, movie poster from Breakfast and Tiffany's, and it was the smaller posters that went in the movie theater windows. So it was more like a scroll. I thought they were all reproduction. I got online, did my research. Uh, that one that one Breakfast and Tiffany's poster I sold on eBay for $600. Then it had the original 1966 Batman movie poster, UK version, super super rare. It's not sold. It's framed. It's putting it up. It'll never go nowhere. I don't care how much it gets worth. I'll never sell it. But I've had some good luck. There's been a few times where I hit some good luck with collectibles. Yeah, Rob, it's a whole pretty good, cool story that revolves around that. Like I said, they were making these action figures off of just notes and drawings, and it was a Sears exclusive. And sure enough, they put it out. The movie comes out a year later, and it's different color clothes, which made this more sought after anyway. And the way you got this action figure back in the day, there was you could always mail in and you get something free. I think he was actually a mail in you could get after buying something at Sears. But the most rare is like the Boba Fett prototype that actually shot the missile out of his backpack because they quit shooting after that. But yeah, it's fun, man. I love it. I love the hunt. Yeah, I have the original 1979 AT-AT. I have the original 1979 Millennium Falcon, and then I also have the original re-release that they did in 1994 of the Millennium Falcon, and I have the box for that as well. I have the original 79 Obi-Wan's in Land Cruiser, the little brown ship he drove around. So yeah, I definitely have some old original Star Wars stuff. Most of it's put up now in boxes. I just keep a few of the big things. The AT-AT and the 2 Millennium Falcons I keep on display. And then I collect some of the Star Wars helmets. But the rest of the man cave is pretty much She-Hulk and Ninja Turtles. I wish I had my Castle Grayskull, man. I had the He-Man. I had the Castle Grayskull. I had Skeletor's Castle. I had a lot of He-Man, but only like 2 He-Man survived. It seemed to be my Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I do that too. I like the anything antique tobacco related, even though I really don't smoke pipes. Really, I always buy the pipe racks and the humidors, and I almost bought an antique smoking box yesterday. It was the wooden boxes with the nice legs, and you open and you put all your smoking stuff in the box, and it would sit next to their chairs. They had one yesterday. It was only like $38, but it had a couple breaks in the wood, so I left it there. Yeah, I loved He-Man, man. He-Man and Ninja Turtles were like that was my childhood. I was never that big into the Transformers and Power Rangers. I was already a teenager when Power Rangers hit. But now I just collect cigars and comics and whatever else looks cool. All you collectors, y'all need to go, if you haven't already, go to Netflix, and there's a series called The Toys That Made Us. There's an episode on the Star Wars toys, the He-Man, the Ninja Turtles. Those are all 3 good episodes to watch. And it gives you like the full history of those toys. So those are very, very cool. Very cool show. Yeah, George, great cigar, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's cool seeing the history of those toys on that show, seeing how they were designed and what led them to do that. Very nice. I never had any Power Ranger toys. Like I said, I was past that point, but I would watch Power Rangers every evening when I got home from school just to see the Pink Ranger, man. Pink Ranger, man. Everybody was in love with the Pink Ranger. So yeah, I would definitely watch the show. What was it? Yeah, boy. The show was great. I get it. Like I said, Pink Ranger. Pink Ranger had my attention. Yes, sir, man. I'm loving it, George. So back to the Jeff, you still in here? I want to question you on the dojo one. Is it worth the price of a box? That wasabi one of this? Because I have it in my cart. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I have a $30 certificate to use, and I thought about using it for that box. Oh yeah, the toys that made us, a great show. They have the another version of it is the movies that made us. I've watched a couple episodes of that. I basically go through and pick the ones I'm interested in. I don't watch the whole series. Yeah, is it worth the price of a box, Dirty? The Wagasi? Because I need to use my certificate on something before it expires, but it's kind of pricey, man, the box. That's exactly why I did it. Did not pay for it. It was shit, it's like $17 a cigar, I think it averaged out to. Yeah, Kimberly was why I watched it. I think I even put it on mute. I just wanted to see her. I didn't want to hear none of them. Yeah, it's hard, man, to want to spend 17 to 20 bucks on a cigar now. My hat is like drunk man crooked and it's bugging me. Why is it bugging it? It's worth it with a coupon. I may spend my coupon on that though. I was kind of holding out because I want the new protocol Lawman series, the girl, when I was going to use my coupon on it because I know Smokey and to get it. I just don't know how quick Smoke Inn's going to get it before my coupon expires, you know? Yeah, that's very high. I don't like that, Rob. I mean, granted, most cigars that we used to pay 8 to 10 from are now 10 to 12, but Saka's always overpriced. Yep, you said it, Keith. Saka is always overpriced on his cigars, and that's why I don't buy them. I mean, I think I've bought one box of Saka before. I used to buy the red meat lovers every now and then. Yeah, because they can, Jeff. If everybody's doing it, one don't look like the asshole. So it's kind of like how everybody went up during COVID and they're not going back down. They're using inflation as the reason. I mean, nothing's going to be back to normal. What's up, Sneaky Pete? Good morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning, Vietnam. Show my age. Who remembers that movie? Who remembers Good Morning Vietnam? Yeah, we're gonna pay for it, man. It's inevitable. It's the new norm, man. Like I said, before long, we're gonna be calling when we do our budget stick stream. We're gonna basically be telling people the price of a budget stick is gonna be $10. I mean, it used to be $6 to $8. It's Peter, how was it? I am waiting to get my hands in. Which one did you do? Did you do the Maduro or the natural? Yeah, it's a great movie, Jeff. I figured you watched it. No, Good Morning Vietnam, Rob. Good morning, Vietnam. Anybody see the Ghostbusters yet, or am I still the only one that watched the new Ghostbuster movie? Rob, take your daughter to the Ghostbuster movie. But I will tell you, they put a horror movie trailer at the beginning of Ghostbusters for another horror movie, and they shouldn't have. I mean, I love horror movies, but kids in there watching Ghostbusters, you may want to cover their eyes. But I can't wait to watch that horror movie. Very nice, Peter. But which one did you smoke, natural or Maduro? And how was it? Can't wait to try that cigar. I just got me some Bass Reeves and Elliot Ness in again. So I was out of those. Yeah, it was a good movie, man. Yeah, my kid wants to pretend he's in the know, like his friends are over and he'll talk like Jason Voorhees and Freddy and Michael Myers, like he's watched the movie and he don't know nothing about it. He would never sit there and watch a horror movie. This kid's scared to walk outside at night to let the dogs inside if it's dark, you know. But he's a poser. He's gonna let them think uh, that he watches it. Sneaky Pete, I have asked you a question 13 times about that cigar. Where the hell are you at? Man, what are you going to do with these people? And I hope you guys find the ticker very helpful instead of me trying to show you a blurry cigar because my camera. We're not even halfway yet. This thing smokes slow, too. What's up, Donnie? It was a natural all he had. I don't never really like the naturals in any of those. I always go for the Maduro. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't base the cigar off of how the natural smokes. I always like the Maduro versions better. Yep, always, Pete, always. Brutus still hanging around. What's the plans today, guys? What's the Sunday plans? Anybody grilling? Anybody watching WrestleMania this evening? Little late to the show, but you're here, Mark. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Espinosa Sumatra. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm going to have later today. So my Cigars International order was supposed to be in yesterday, and it's set at the post office the last 2 days without moving because I was wanting to smoke some of them this weekend. Comic store, cut grass, and grill out. Sounds like a plan. We got some storms coming the next 2 days again, so I'll worry about grass after that. Because if I would cut this weekend, I'd immediately need to cut again. I got to go dump some stuff out of my dumpster at my office because we ripped out toilets and sinks in the man cave bathroom this weekend and installed new stuff. So I got a truckload of trash to take to the dumpster. So I'm doing that, and I'm coming home and doing nothing the rest of the day. Yeah, they restocking finally on those other Lawman series. Finally, they've been out a while. Ribs on the smoker now. Mark, what are you using as rub on your ribs when you smoke them? Curious to see what other people do. Yeah, evidently, man. I don't know what it is. I ordered all those new Man of Wars that were like half off the 10-year Man of Wars with the free lighter, and they've set shit for 2 days now without moving from that post office. I really wanted to try one this weekend. Bug control. That don't sound like fun. Wait, the women's championship's this evening? I thought it was tomorrow evening. Well, I'll definitely watch that before WrestleMania then. I thought, because that's going to be a good game, man. South Carolina's lost 3 games the last 3 years, I think it is. Crazy. And they're undefeated this year. Mark is a grill master. Very nice. I'm trying to learn, man. I'm intrigued by grilling and smoking, so I want to learn more. I bought Elliot Ness from Puro House the other day, Keith. They had them back in, but they wouldn't sell you boxes. You had to buy singles. Puro Cigar House website had the Elliot Ness. I bought more Elliot Ness and Bass Reeves from them. Whoa, melted cherry jello for a binder. Shit, I never even thought jello was a thing. Wow. That sounds delicious, though, because I love cherry. Men's tomorrow, girls at 3. That's what I'll do then. I'll watch golf up until the girls start, and then when the girls are over, I'll switch to WrestleMania. So is that 3 Eastern or 3 Central, George? What are you? Are you Central or are you Eastern? That sounds like a great plan, Peter. I think a smoker. Yeah, man, I have an electric smoker because I don't want to sit there and fight the temperature with wood and constantly putting wood in. Yeah, it's going to be warm here today too, but it's bringing thunderstorms the next 2 days. Yeah, Dirty. I'd never imagined that. Okay, so that'd be 2 p.m. my time. Perfect. Even better. Ooh, I like the tobacco, man. I need to do some tobacco again. Yeah, it's even better, George. I like it. I'm gonna watch that. It's gonna be a great game, man. I seen that the last game up and before this one is the highest rated watched basketball game on ESPN ever. Hey, Mark, how long do you put your ribs on the smoker? I do the 3-2-1 method. 3 uncovered, 2 wrapped, and 1 after that. And I do pork ribs. I don't do beef ribs. Beef ribs are too tough. I like the smaller pork ribs. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You know, I would any other time I would want to see the Gamecocks win this because they're SEC and I go for my conference. But Caitlin Clark has to win a championship this year. She's broke all these records. I mean, the story has to be written. You have to finish. If you don't finish with a championship after the year you've had and the career you've had, and this is your last college game ever, it's all a letdown. It's all a letdown at that point. Very nice, Mark. Yeah, pork ribs are the way to go. They fall right off the bone. Normally, when I'm taking them off of the smoker, They're falling off the bone as I'm trying to move them. Oh no, I want it off the bone, man. I want. Yep. 3, 2, 1 for me. But it depends on your temperature too. You can still do a 3, 2, 1 and be able to bite them off the bone. But I don't necessarily want it falling off the bone when I'm moving it, but I like to be able to pull the bone straight out. Because granted, I have an 11-year-old that don't pay a fucking attention and will just bite, not looking for a bone. So I got to dummy proof the food. No, I don't want to do a pork butt because meat on the bone has a better flavor than meat off the bone. I like the flavor that cooking meat with the bone still in it gives you. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's what South Carolina has done. And to not have a championship last year with that this year, I mean, it's going to be a hell of a game. You can smoke on a grill, man. You can, depending on how tight sealed your grill is. So I have a charcoal grill that has a connection where I can put a smoker box on the side. Uh, so that might be something you can look in. Depending on the type of grill you have, you can put a smoker box on the top. I just don't like fighting the wood and trying to keep the temperature right. I'd rather digitally put in my temp and make sure it stays there. Yeah, you can like wet some wood. You can put a tray with some liquid in it, Brutus, and put your wood or whatever flavor you want, and it kind of smoke out. Oh, definitely better. But I mean, how do you compare much better? I mean, they've been winning nonstop. It's like crazy. And I mean, I'm Louisiana, but I'm honestly surprised LSU made it as far as they did because they didn't play up to their potential all year. They started the season ranked 1 and they lost that within the first 2 weeks of the season and never got it back. Yeah, I think my smoker is a Master Chef. It's 3 tiers high, 36 inches wide. And I put the wood chips in the bottom of mine. I want to do a pellet smoker. I want to get rid of that and buy actual pellet smoker next. My buddy has a pellet smoker and he swears by it, lives by it. Yeah, they definitely shoot the ball better. And when they're going to lose their big girl, she declared for the draft. Yeah, there's so much information out there, man, on smoking and grilling. I get overwhelmed. My main thing isn't the how to smoke it. I'm more on I want to learn more about the flavors, what flavors to do, what rubs to make. I'm more I want to try that. Yeah, George, that's what I want to get, man. That's what I say. Mine right now, I buy the bags of the chipped wood that are flavored and I put in the reservoir, and about every hour I got to go back out there and add more wood to it. But yeah, I want to do that, Pit Boss. That will be my next investment. I don't even want to do. I thought about getting one of the eggs, but I want the Pit Boss. But yeah, I want to be able to do more flavor, man. I always do the same flavor on my stuff. I want to learn on getting just new rubs, making a rub, just good ass food. You can learn anything on YouTube, legal and illegal, whatever you want to learn is on YouTube. We're about halfway through this cigar today, and you see my new ticker on the bottom. It's telling you what I'm smoking today. But we're not even to the band. Still got the band on it. Boom, boom, boom. Some Saka goodness today. Just got a Traeger yesterday. Very nice. Yeah, I hear good things on those too. And that's what I want to do, George, because literally I have to constantly man because it's basically a tube about that long and maybe that deep that holds wood in mine. And you put it in the side, turn it, it drops it in the pan. So that's what I want to do. Be able to just load it with pellets, not touch it again. That's exactly the reason I want to change mine out. And I'll probably give mine to my little brother. And the only bad thing, man, my smoker, when you open it, the walls are about that thick of black in flavor. And it's been used so much. It's got so much layers on the inside. I've used it for 6 years now. 6 years. I'm going to miss that. But yeah, 10 hours and not have to do nothing, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to have to do it every hour. Yeah, that's perfect, man. I'm telling you. And sometimes my wood don't even last an hour, depending on my temp. But sometimes I got to go out there every 30 minutes and add wood to it. So it makes it hard when you're trying to do yard work and multitask while you got the smoker going, that you got to be back to it every time. Yeah, and that's some good seasoning in there, man. I'm telling you, I got some thick walls. But hey, I bought this smoker for a couple $100. It's definitely been a good investment. Shit, I ain't got enough energy to give her wood every 30 minutes, man. I need about a 6-hour break and I can give it again. We are 46 minutes in this stream today, guys. Like I said, this will not be an hour and a half, 2-hour stream today. I got too much shit to do. But we'll definitely go to the cigars done. I mean, the cigar may dictate and say, hey, motherfucker, you're going to do an hour and a half. And if the cigar tells me that, we will do it. But nah, man, I don't hate playing with my wood. I mean, I don't have to wear it down like a spouse and ask all day for it. I can just go in there. Nobody knows how to pleasure me like me. It's going to be quick, done, move on today, and nobody even know I did it. It's going to go so fast. That's what she said, Donnie. Oh, no, I can always find it. I'm not your age, George. Mine ain't hiding. I mean, there are days I beat it like it owes me money, and it's scared. I mean, it'll move around and try to hide. Nah, Peter, I smoke cigars fast, man. I've definitely averaged. I don't do that one puff a minute. I definitely smoke it a lot quicker than I should. Sometimes it burns them too hot, but I've always smoked cigars pretty quick. But I'm happy to know I got some basketball to watch today. I know my Pelicans played today, but they're fucking pissing me off, man. We went from 4th place to 8th place in a matter of 2 weeks. We went from gonna clinch playoffs to now play in tournament. It just pissed me off. Pissed me off. So not watching them today. I'll watch the girls and then I'm gonna watch WrestleMania. All right, Keith, take care, man. Enjoy your day at the lounge with the beasts from the west, not the beasts from the east. Yeah, this is a great cigar, man. Great cigar. Yeah, Rob, that's awesome, man. You taking your daughter comic book shopping. So I used to take my kid comic book shopping when you said your daughter's 7. So he would never read them either, but he loved the artwork. But now he will actually read them. So I'll just go like to Books a Million or something, and he'll pick up some of the graphic novels, which had the whole run of stories in them. Because I tell him I don't even read my comics. When I want to read a comic run, I buy the graphic novel because I don't want to mess up my pages or hurt the value of the comic book or risk bending it, creasing it, which I taught my kid that too. Hey, if you're going to collect comics, don't read your comic. Get the graphic novel. So we'll go pick up a few and he'll read some of the ones I read. But he finally started reading them. Probably, I would say, when he was 10. He'll actually read them now. Yeah, tell her, no, sir, you're in church. You will take her when church is over. Cigars cost too much to put down. You got to finish the cigar out. Yeah, my kid's already on me. I said, "Are you going to go to my office and help me throw stuff in the dumpster?" He goes, "Well, if we're already in town, can we go to Target and look for action figures?" So he went from not wanting to go help me take the trash to, "Hey, I'll go if we go to Target." So I'll probably have to run to Target in a minute too, which I don't mind because we're looking for some new figures that are supposed to hit Targets today, and they're super rare, and I need them. So if anybody goes to Target today, pick me up some toys. They're putting about 15 new Ninja Turtle toys out in this. It's called Target Haulathon. It's a Target event. They're exclusive to Target and they sell out quick. I think it's just the tip, George, and that's what she said, because the sweetness left the cigar for me once it burned a little while. I don't think it's in the blend itself. I think maybe it was just on the outside of the wrapper of the tip. You told your pastor you had to leave church to go to church? I'm looking for the new NECA turtle figures. They're end cap, and I don't know, man. It's definitely when you initially cut the cigar and you put it in your mouth, there is some sweetness to it, and the sweetness leaves. They had to put something on the tip. There's something there, but the sweetness doesn't stay the whole cigar. It was just initially. So they've done something. It's not just magically there and disappears immediately. Very nice. That must be Baptist church. That's awesome. Yep, that's what she said. Yeah, it's something going on, George. I mean, because that just bugs me that they say nothing's done. And the way it disappears a little after you smoked it, I'm telling you, it's got to be. You never got sweetness? Oh, it reminded me of the Drew Estate, the Sweet Jane and the Fat Bottom Betty, how the wrapper has sweetness on it before you light it. I got that immediately when I put this in my mouth. There was definitely something on the wrapper that once I smoked it a little bit, it was gone. I'm telling you, man, there was something on this wrapper. Well, you need to introduce him to something that we smoke, and he'll never buy a Rocky Patel again. You know, you need to bring him like 4 or 5 cigars one morning and say, "Hey, try these, buddy," and you'll never smoke Rocky Patel again. Yeah, Brutus, it was definitely, like I said, it's not there no more. But initially, there was something on this cigar that gave it sweetness. 100%. Jeff, where you at, Jeff? I need you in on this argument. You've had this cigar. George didn't get no sweetness on the tip. I got sweetness. They put something on this cigar. What have you got on this cigar? I know you're watching me on the 75-inch TV right now, Jeff. We need you. Hey, I'm not going to lie. I smoked Rocky Patel when I started because it's all I knew. Wow, no sweetness for you either. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, there was something on there. Maybe some Cuban girl rolled it in her thighs or something, and I got a special one. You had the sweetness on it, Brutus, when you had it? And I'm telling you, it's not internal. It's not in the cigar, or I would get it the whole smoke. Yep, that's it, Brutus. Yep, it goes away. Maybe 5 minutes in the cigar, I guess, because of the moisture, and you've got all the flavor off of there. But it was definitely a sweetness to start out, and then it goes away. I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. Yeah, but the sweetness is not there no more, Pete, after it burned. I'm telling you, it was something on the tip of the cigar. Not even gonna lie. Brutus knows he's got it. Okay, George, I'm not crazy. Some people like say you have it, but you're not. So I'm not. Yeah. So there is a conspiracy out there. Later, Spencer. Good seeing you guys back, man. Oh no, I know I'm crazy as fuck, but not on this argument right here. If other people are having it, that's awesome, Rob. But they've already smoked it, Brutus. So it's going to be their reaction. I want to do a stream where we all smoke something for the first time or new together. But that may be it. But it's not a lemonade sweet though. It's more like a it's almost like putting sugar on the top of your cereal. If anybody's ever ate cereal and put sugar on the top of it, it's like that kind of flavor. It's that kind of sweetness. Yeah, it must be that special one, Jeff, that girl rolled between her legs, man. She put it in her thigh and pressed it. So that must be that may be why everyone in the box isn't that way, but this one definitely had it. That's why I was like, oh shit, is this like a Sweet Jane or something? But then it left. It never stayed there. The Drew Estates, at least you get that sweetness through the whole cigar constantly. But if they put anything on this wrapper, it was not all the way down. It was just at the start of the cigar. Something happened. For sure. It's not fishy. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking. There's some special rolling going on. Oh man, my sinuses have dried out my eyes today. They're itching. A little fresh fish is okay, Rob, long as it hasn't been sitting on the shelf all day. It's like eating sushi, man. Get that sushi. Yeah, the key word there, George, is fresh. It has to be fresh fish, not a can of sardines or fish left on the store shelf all day under the light. Not a fillet of fish either. No, it's a majestic marlin infused tip, not a walleye. Walleye just sounds disgusting, but a majestic marlin. 100% fresh and just washed. Yeah. Right for the picking. Yes, sir. It's going to be a good day, guys. We got a lot of sports on, a lot of cigars. What is George? What did you smoke this morning, man? I didn't see your normal walk the dog cigar smoke photo. What have you had this morning? I have not eaten a marlin at all. I find a lot of that ocean fish to be like too fishy flavor. Like I like, yeah, I don't know. I ain't ate marlin though. I figured it would have to be, man. I'm gonna have to try it. Yeah, that's good, Rob. And here in Louisiana, they'll do it blackened with all the Cajun spices on it. I definitely can eat that down here. Okay. They do. You can't smoke in the park. I could not be outside walking my dog without a cigar lit. I'm telling you. Which I don't walk my dogs because they got a big enough yard. They walk themselves and run around and play. But I cannot be outside walking a dog. Tuna maple smoke. Nice. Yeah, blackened's the way to go always. Sometimes just the basic grilled can be very fishy. I haven't ate any shark. Never tried any kind of shark at all. Wow, 153-pound marlin. That's amazing. I like some blackened salmon. But you got to watch salmon, man.
Blackened salmon is a preparation of salmon.
Alexa, stop.
Blackening seasoning and pan seared until cooked. The blackening.
Alexa, stop. Bitch telling me what blackened salmon is. Well, there's a fun fact, George. I never knew that. But I mean, we're in the South, man. Most of what we're eating is bass and catfish and perch. I know, man. I didn't even say her name, and she comes on telling me how to cook the fish. Never even said it. Never even asked her anything, and she came on. They're always listening, man. There's no privacy. We have those wall ones plugged in. I have one inside my man cave. I have one outside under my outdoor kitchen because I like it playing my music. And the wife has one in every room, and they make announcements so my kid can hear. I'll never learn how to pronounce it correctly. My wife corrects me every time I say it. But you know what? 43 years old. I'm not going to relearn how to say it. King Solomon. Hey, those are some good cigars, by the way, Rob. Hiram Solomon. She says, of course it does, Brutus. Anybody that doesn't get it doesn't know their shit. Does have a fused tip. So I told you we're rock and rolling. Cigar's getting there. Wife's texting me. Let me see what the wife wants. Okay. Wife's friends coming over to hang. I'm going to ask my wife if I have an infused tip. Sneaky Pete blowing up Discord. Supposed to be saying hi in here, bro. Rob, I hope y'all have fun, man. Like I said, that to me that's great time with your kids, man. When you can share something. That's exactly it, Rob. That they're the Masonic cigars. I love being able to go toy hunt and comic book shopping with my kid, man. It's I love it. It's fun times, especially seeing his excitement when he finds stuff. Beef flavored tip. No, it's tube steak flavored. Trouser trout. My tip is trouser trout flavored. Yeah, Rob, that's awesome, man. That's winning as a dad. Anytime you have a shared interest that excites you both, I love it. I'm gonna tell you, I've been married so long, my wife doesn't know the flavor of my tip. I'm just gonna say that. She doesn't know the flavor. When you're married long enough, they don't know the flavor no more. Yeah, literally cocktail flavored. Yes, sir, George. Safe travels this week, brother. Stay safe out there, man. I'm not far behind you, man. I'm gonna go probably about 15 more minutes of this stream, and I'm going to cut it so I can go do what I need to do and be back home, settled in time for the 2 p.m. game. The Spider-Verse movies, have you took her to see those? Those new Spider-Verse movies are awesome, man, but I love the original 80s Spider-Man show. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. My tip is definitely well-aged and underused. It's definitely antique. You basically put it on the shelf and just look at it. You don't use it no more. For sure. Yeah, I'm excited. I need to break down. I'll probably do that. Watch the new X-Men cartoon this week. I love the art. I love the graphics. I love they kept it kind of true to that. Yep. You ever see any of you guys Family Guy fans? So Peter Griffin, they did a skit where Peter Griffin was like dressed as Spider-Man and was like upside down crawling on the web doing the nee. Yeah, I'm looking for it. No, I'm looking for a good holder for it when I go antiquing. Yeah, I'll binge it this week too. I think my kids already watched some of it, which, I mean, he ain't got shit to do. He normally watches show. I'm more excited for April 11th, the new Fallout TV show. Hang on one second, guys. Hello? All right. But yeah, definitely not looking for my penis in an antique shop, looking for a good holder for it. And I'm back. I'm a homebody too, man. I hate leaving the house. I want to sit outside and just look at the woods all day, every day. Amazon Prime, Donnie. It's April 11th. They drop all episodes on Amazon Prime, and I'm so excited. The trailers, it's true to the lore. Everything looks like you're playing the video game. I mean, the suits, the everything, the tore up world from the nuclear bomb. Super, super excited. So April 11th, this week coming up, they're dropping all episodes. Me and my wife and kid are big Fallout fans. We played a video game, so we're going to sit together as a family and binge watch that whole show. Later, Brutus. Yeah, we went yesterday. I hadn't taken the wife anywhere in a while to do anything, so I was like, all right, let's go do a day of antiquing, because she's been dropping hints for weeks that she wanted to go to one of her favorite antique shops out of town. So I was like, let's knock it out. Yeah, Donnie, go watch the trailer, man. It's amazing. It is amazing. And it's got one of my favorite actors in it. What is it? Walter what is his last name? He played in Justified. He was Boyd Crowder. He played in Vice Principals, the HBO show. Super, super great actor. Love him. And he's one of the main characters in it. Is it Walter Higgins? Because Justified is one of my favorite TV shows ever. Timothy Olyphant is one of my favorite actors too. But yeah, the Fallout show it's gonna be huge, man. Even you guys that didn't play the video games, it's gonna be a TV show to watch. It's gonna be a must watch for everybody. Great stories, great characters. No, not Walter Cronkite. Walter Goggins. You're going to know him if you see him. That's Walter Goggins. Like I say, he was in Justified for like the 10 seasons plus it was on. Great actor, man. He was in Vice Principals with Danny McBride. He's in The Righteous Gemstones now with him again. This is Baby Bobby Billy on The Righteous Gemstones. Very funny show. If you guys never watched The Righteous Gemstones on HBO with John Goodman and Danny McBride in it, you got to watch The Righteous Gemstones. It's about this church family. They basically make fun of everything. It's hilarious. Hiram makes you think Masonic history because they are Mason based cigars, man. All their cigars are a nod to the Masonic. I've actually thought about joining. Me and my buddies talked about that. I got several friends that's been Masons. They're like second, third generation Masons. Their whole family's been in it. But no Mason will ever ask you to be a Mason. You have to actually inquire yourself and ask how to become one. That's their rules. They'll never recruit you. They'll never say, hey, come be one. Exactly, Dirty. To be one, ask one. That is the mantra. Oh, wow, Rob. That's awesome. See, that's the kind of shit I like, man. Stuff like that. Very nice, Donnie. Yeah, I've always wanted to do it, man. I think I'm kind of to the age where life is slowing down where I could give my attention to that. Because I was in a motorcycle club, a MC for 15 years, man. So from like 20 years old on up. So that was my life. I had that kind of brotherhood, and I got out of that a couple years back, and it's like there's a hole, there's a void there. I need a group of brothers like that again, you know? So definitely thought about it. I didn't realize you were one, Jeff. Very nice. What's up with all these videos popping up on the webs, the YouTube and the world now showing these hazing events at these lodges where they're like throwing these people around and beating them and shit? Justified was the favorite. Did you watch the one that came out last year, Dirty, where they come back for one more story of Justified? So Justified was based off of a bunch of books. The whole series was based off of books. So they come back and did like an 8-episode run last year off of another book of the story, and it was good. Justified is one of my favorite all-time TV shows, and it was good to kind of see the characters back. And rumor is they're trying to revive it full-time again. Yeah, Rob, I'm with you, man. I love that whole aspect of history where the Masons and the Templars from way, way back. And I love all that. I'm a big history nerd as is, so I think it would be pretty cool just to kind of be part of that, you know? Yep, if you haven't watched Justified, shame on you. Timothy Olyphant is great, man. Go watch Deadwood on HBO, the old Western TV series they did. He's also in there. He's such a great actor, man. I could watch him do anything. What is correct, Jeff? I've mentioned 100 things. I'm lost. Which one am I right about? But Deadwood was a great TV series too, and they waited. If you did watch the Deadwood, they did put out a movie 2 years ago on HBO where it tied in and caught up with the characters 10 years after the show ended. Super good. There's been a lot of powerful figures back in the history that were Masons too, man. It's pretty cool. I'm so sad. So they had a Masonic lodge here in our town that was well over 100 years old, man, and they converted it to apartments about 5 years ago. They kept the outside structure intact, so you see that, but they did tear some of the older outbuildings like the auditorium and stuff down, which I was so sad about because I like preserving stuff. But at least they did use the building for something and it didn't get tore down. All right, Rob, have fun comic book shopping, man. Enjoy the day. Tickle me, L. Rob. Yeah, the Deadwood movie, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Dirty. It was so damn good. HBO kills it. Any original HBO TV shows are a must watch. So I love Boardwalk Empire, The Sopranos, Righteous Gemstones now, Deadwood. I mean, they do not mess up when it comes to TV shows. Boardwalk Empire, one of my all-time favorites. Also, Sopranos is the show of shows. Also, a big Peaky Blinders fan on Netflix. They're now going to do the movie to finish that story up. Yeah, Donnie, you can get back and do it, man. Things are going to line out for you, brother. And that'll give you another little support system of people to be around right there. But yeah, HBO. Loved Game of Thrones to the last season, and I just got pissed. I invested all them years in that show for it to end that way. The only one I wasn't crazy about was Westworld. Westworld was good the first few seasons, and then the last season just got stupid. I hated how it went. But Deadwood, yeah. I'm with you, Jeff. Deadwood is the shit. Yeah, Masons don't recruit. Okay, yeah, you were way behind on my comments. Yep. Yeah, I got several good friends, and that's what they say. They were like, "Are you asking? Are you inquiring?" I go, "Yes, I want to know more info." They go, "Okay." And I think that's great. I mean, I love that aspect of it too. All right, guys, I'm gonna touch up this cigar one more time. 3 more minutes of this stream, and I gotta bounce. I got a lot of shit to do to be able to watch that basketball game today. So I want to thank you all for coming today. I appreciate the continued support every weekend of these. It's been fun. I think today is episode 22. 22, guys. We are back. We haven't missed a Sunday since we've been back. It's been great. If for all the people that miss these fun times, shame on them. We have a good time. It's always good conversation. Really had fun last weekend with bringing a few of you guys on here. So we'll definitely do that again soon. That was fun. Really enjoyed that. Good times. Good times for sure. Great cigar, George. If you're still here, thank you, man. I appreciate this. I'm going through your bag you sent. I'll probably do some of the others on here next week. It's been fun because pretty much everything you've sent me, I've never had that's in that bag, and it's been a good experience for sure. Yeah, Boardwalk Empire, man, was the bomb. That was a great show. Steve Buscemi killed it. Killed it. Hell on Wheels. Oh my God, that was another one of my favorite. That one came on AMC. Hell on Wheels was a great show. If you've never watched it, the show is ended. Go back, binge watch every episode of that. You will not be disappointed. Such a great show. It was about building the railroad through the United States during that time. Oh my God. Great, great characters. Great bad guy in the show. Such a great show. And I hope somebody in here has watched that so they can agree. Hell on Wheels was a damn good show. I've been enjoying the spinoff, man. House of Dragons. I can't say that dirty. I like the House of Dragons. I can't wait to see where the next season goes, but I thoroughly enjoyed House of Dragons. It's way better than the last season of Game of Thrones for sure, but I think once these characters evolve more, it's going to get even better. No, Pete, thank you for coming to the show, man. Thank you, brother. I know a lot of you guys are busy, but the regular and the faithfuls are here every Sunday morning, and I appreciate it. All right, guys. Adulting sucks. I got to go adulting now. Have a great Sunday. Catch you guys later. I may get in Discord for the basketball game. If you guys want to herf and smoke, I'll let you know. I might bring my iPad outside, and I may open up a room to watch the Women's National Championship for you guys that want to smoke and watch the game together. So stay tuned. I'll post if I'll be able to do that. I'm not sure. I know one of the Weiss friends here. I don't know if they're going to be in the outdoor kitchen making tons of racket with me. Mark, thank you, brother. Thank you for coming in. But stay tuned. I'll post in Discord if I'm going to open up a live room and we can herf and smoke and watch the championship game. All right, guys. Thank you once again for another great week. Everybody have fun. Enjoy your Sunday. Thank you for Burners Church. Enjoy family time today, guys, and smoke some cigars and relax. It's Sunday. It's our day. Day of relax. All right, guys. Have a good one.